out soon?
Are you driving this? Trying to get out?
Yeah.
Okay. I can pull up a little bit if you need to get out.
Well, I don't want you to be in the yellow, but.
Oh, no, I'm not. The tires are behind the yellow, right?
Well, forward there. If you pull any forward, you're gonna be.
Yeah, but it's fine right here, right?
I'd rather you not park here.
Well, I mean, public street, so, but I think I should be good with the yellow. I was parking pretty carefully. So.
Are you planning on sticking around for a bit then?
Yeah, we'll see for a bit.
Okay. Man to man, I'd rather you didn't, just in front of my business here.
Okay. Well, it's babies are being murdered over here, and they need a voice, and most are saying nothing.
Can you take the voice up the street there a little bit?
Yeah, right here is a good spot while babies are being murdered, and most people are silent.
There's no cooperation. You can't move forward a little bit.
Well,
that street.
I can, but then they'll tell me to move. I'll go over here. They'll tell me to move.
Okay.
Everyone wants you to move. Nobody wants their peace disturbed with mass murder. Yeah. Nobody wants that. Yeah. And so but someone's got to speak up for these little children who are being murdered through the pill, and right over here behind your business. And I don't know if you knew that. I mean, you probably did, but a lot of people don't know that little babies are being mass murdered just right here behind your business. And so we're trying to rescue them from being murdered.
Okay.
And moms are coming to get the pill, taking pills and doing this to their children. And not many men, not many Christians are speaking up for them.
Okay.
Or being silent, just like they were in Nazi Germany. And
I get it. I get the whole thing.
Yeah, just trying to explain.
Just the van's a little radical. So.
No, it's baby murder's radical, and it's crazy that most are silent in the midst of a Holocaust.
Okay.
So it's, people need to be radical about mass murder happening, right? Have urgency.
Okay.
To speak up. And
I get it, man.
Yeah, I was trying to explain it. Yeah.
No, I get it. Yeah. But I mean, even it's just right in front of the business, man. I can't have it.
Well.
We're not. We've got nothing to do with it.
You're
next to the business that's doing it.
Yeah, right next door.
Yeah.
You all could band together, and especially if any of you profess to be Christians.
We're not into politics.
And it's a love your neighbor issue.
Okay.
It's what Jesus said, the second great commandment, to love your neighbor as yourself. You could band together and say, we're not going to tolerate this, and we're to get them ousted. So you don't have any more baby killers.
I get it. I'm not trying to be political about it, but.
Well, I'm not being political either. It's a love your neighbor, golden rule issue.
I get it. But if you could just.
Eventually, yeah, but in the Lord's timing, but just look at what's happening to little babies behind you.
I know, I get it. You're right in front of the business, though.
Yeah.
If you could move just up the street.
Eventually, I will. But maybe it's good for you to see what's happening to babies behind your business.
I see it every day. I see it.
You do? You see pictures like this every day?
I see the van every day, yeah.
Probably not every day, but I mean, good if you do, because the question is, what are you doing about it? That's the question.
Okay.
Most are doing nothing. Just like in the day of chattel slavery, most did nothing.
I'm not trying to get into it. It's fine, but.
You actually already
be super respectful.
Yeah, and I appreciate that, but respectfully, you got into it by coming to ask me to move the van. So, and I want to be respectful to you back. And so this is what we're doing with our freedom, with the 4th of July coming up this coming Thursday. This is what we're doing with our freedom. We're destroying the freedom of little babies behind your business. And you can't just wash your hands, say, I'm clean, I have nothing to do with that. Well, if you turn your eye, if you hide your eyes, cover your ears, and won't speak, then you're just as guilty as the people murdering their babies behind your business. Just like in Nazi Germany, those who did nothing, they were just as guilty.
If you want to take it behind my business, that's fine with me.
Yeah, behind, in front, around, and
anywhere except for right here would be awesome.
Well, this is right. This is awesome right here, everywhere, right? And praise God, we have the freedom to speak loudly against mass murder in a culture that slaughters children, right? Praise God for that freedom. But then but then people oppose, such as yourself, oppose that freedom. Like, we don't want it here. Well, nobody wants it here, but they don't mind baby murderers being right here. Just say, Chase, my name's Nicholas. Just say, and I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm just trying to help you see. You don't want what's happening behind your business to be shown next to your business, but you have no problem tolerating it happening behind your business. Does that seem like a little crazy? That you don't want to see it, but you have no problem tolerating it? Just think about that.
If you want to fight it back over there next to the business,
Yeah, and here.
it makes more sense to me.
And well, and I'm hoping that you'll see like what a pathetic people we are if we have no problem tolerating it, but we don't want to look at it. If it's too awful to tolerate, we need to stop. We need to stop. We need to be willing. It should not be. We should not be tolerating it, right? But if we're going to tolerate it, we should be willing to look at it. As we destroy the freedom of little babies who are being murdered every day. So that, so just consider. I don't know if he's professed to be a Christian or not, but do you?
No.
Okay. Well, but even those who aren't Christians, they know the golden rule: treat others the same way you want to be treated. How would you want to be treated if you're one of those babies that's going to have the pill take his life, or have your skull crushed? And they talked about this last night on the presidential debate, and those supporting baby murder, Trump, Biden, and a country that supports it, and those who wouldn't murder their baby, they support it with their silence, with their apathy. Don't be silent. Don't be apathetic about it. Praise God that there are Christians, not many, but that there are Christians who are speaking loudly about it. Just like today we herald the abolitionists of chattel slavery, right? But you know what they said to them back then in the 1800s? Same thing.
Yeah, I don't need to hear it, Nicholas. It's okay.
I think you do.
You're
welcome to walk away if you don't want to hear it.
What's that?
You're welcome to walk away if I know you got to get back to work, but I'm trying to help you see why we're doing this.
I don't need to see why. I get it. But there's no possibility of you moving the van?
Eventually, yeah, but not now.
When are we talking? Can you give me a time frame?
Well, why do you need a time frame? Not
get the van out of here.
Not all day. Probably not all day.
An hour, 45 minutes.
At least an hour.
30 minutes.
Yeah. Why does that bother you so much? Greetings.
How you doing?
Very blessed and grieved. Spencer.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Nicholas.
Yep.
So I know you got to get back to work, but just wanted to explain to you briefly why I'm doing this, and that we need to see it in a culture that does this to babies thousands of times every single day.
So I'll take it. 100%. I'm conservative. Totally against abortions.
I hear a butt coming.
What's that?
I hear a butt coming.
But I don't want this in front of my business.
Okay.
Okay. You are technically legally parked.
Okay.
Right? Freedom of speech, whatever you need. I don't want this in front of my business. So if you could please take it someplace else, I would appreciate it.
As I told, his name already slipped out of my mind.
Chase.
Chase.
Yeah.
Eventually I will. Not at the moment, but you don't want this in front of your business. I don't want Planned Parenthood behind your business. And
I can't pick who's behind me, right?
Yes and no. Like, as I was exhorting Chase, that you could all band together. He said he wasn't a Christian, not sure about you, but there might be some professing Christians here. But you could all band together and say, we're going to speak up about this, and we're going to work tirelessly to have these baby killers tossed out.
So
right?
as a business, right, it's none of my business who's in business around me, right? I try to, in the political world, my personal beliefs aside, in the political world, as a business owner, I'm in the middle, right? I don't go one way or the other.
Wrong.
Right?
Wrong.
That's
no
how
one's in the middle.
I'm as a business person, I'm in the middle. Personal beliefs aside, right?
Yeah.
Because if I start going one way or the other, then I lose customers from one side of the aisle or the other. Right? We stay 100% neutral no matter what's going on.
You can't actually. You're not neutral right now. You have baby killers behind you, and right.
I didn't ask them to move in.
I understand that, right. but
I don't want to sit here and have a debate with you either. Right?
Yeah,
I really don't.
Yeah,
right.
And I'm not, and I don't want to give you a hard time. Y'all all been respectful, and I appreciate that. I was just trying to explain to Spencer and Chase. I'm working on better memory as a street preacher. I was trying to explain to him why we're doing this, and like,
I get why you're doing it. I do. Okay. Right. I get why you're doing it.
Why are we doing it?
You're raising awareness on a pretty major political issue right now, right?
The last part on a love your neighbor issue.
Okay.
It's a love your neighbor issue.
So, I'm asking. Can you please take it someplace else?
Eventually, yes.
Okay. So if that's the response, that's fine.
Yeah.
We'll take it from there.
Okay.
No, thank you. I'm good.